Hello guys, welcome back. So now we are in enterprise structure and basic setting. So in previous session, I just explained theoretically, right? What is the use of this enterprise structure? Why we are going to set up this, isn't it? So look at here. I said like Tata Group. Under that, we are having subsidiaries like Tata Motor, Tata Steel, Tata Chemical, right? So Tata Group, this is a group company. So that is supposed to be set up here into SAP first, and then under group company we are having multiple subsidiaries, right? So that is also going to be set up one by one. One by one in the sense like first of all, let's suppose Tata Motor, that is one implementations. Once the entire configuration is done for Tata Motor, then again next is Tata Steel, that is called another project, that is rollout project. In that again, what to say, all the configurations will be done for Tata Steel and all. Why? Because different subsidiaries are there, right? And each subsidiaries are nothing but one organization, right? Now, so here enterprise structure means what is happening, guys? Look at here. It's a kind of a reporting hierarchy. Reporting hierarchy in the sense. Now look at here, Tata Group. At this level, this is the highest level you can say here. Highest level in the sense like at this level, like let's suppose if anybody, management want to see a consolidated report. What is the overall revenue of Tata Motor plus Tata Steel plus Tata Chemical? It means for Tata Group. This is called consolidated report, right? So that is not the legal requirement, right? If somebody has to see any report at group level, this is not the legal requirement, isn't it? Why it is not legal requirement, guys? Because what is the performance of a company? Like, see, if we talk about investors or if we talk about stakeholders, right? Stakeholder, who is the stakeholder? Like, let's suppose Tata Motor. So, Tata Motor means somebody who is directly or indirectly associated with Tata Motor or any company, whichever companies are there, right? So whoever is directly or indirectly associated with that organization, right? Whoever is having directly or indirectly having certain interest in that organizations, that those people can be treated as a stakeholder. Like let's suppose if we talk about the shareholders of the organization in the sense like Tata Motor. Tata Motor is having separate listing in the stock market. Tata Motor is having separate share prices, right? So now what is happening, guys? Whatever the profit and loss of the organization is there, that in the sense Tata Motor has to disclose separately that how much profit, how much loss they have, like has taken place in this financial year. That is called financial statement. Financial statement means combination of like balance sheet and then P&L, profit and loss account, right? Now, so that is supposed to be shown. Tata Motor is going to show this separately. Whoever the investors are there, right? They are very much interested because financial statement is going to show the financial health of the organization. If the Tata Motor has made, let's suppose, profit, then what is happening? Whoever the shareholders are there, they are going to get certain part of that, isn't it? Or else, like, let's suppose somebody is planning to invest in the organizations, those people are also very much interested for the financial statement of the organizations. They will see, right? Multiple calculations are going to happen, guys. People are like liquidity ratio or multiple other calculations are also there, right? So generally what is happening, if you talk about like stakeholder means not only the investors, even like employee of the companies are also stakeholder. If we talk about media, that is also stakeholder. Government, that is also stakeholder. Everybody directly, indirectly is associated with the organization is called stakeholder, right? So those people, like let's suppose, so Tata Motor is listed in stock market separately, Tata Steel listed separately, Tata Chemical is listed in stock exchange separately, right? So if you talk about the financial statement of Tata Motor, just be on mute, guys, everybody. Okay, because noise will be there, right? Okay, so what I'm saying, that if you talk about financial statement of the organization is going to be published at this level. Tata Motor separately, Tata Steel separately, Tata Chemical separately, because these are at this level, they are having listing in the stock exchange, right? So generating the financial statement for Tata Motor is a legal requirement, right? Generating the financial statement for Tata Steel is a legal requirement, right? Have you ever heard like financial statement is going to be published for a group company, like for Tata Group of financial statement? No, Tata Group is not having any listing, right? It's not having any listing. That is internally whoever the owner of this like entire, if you talk about Tata Group, right? They want to see what is the like overall like revenue of my total, subsidiaries and all. So this is internal requirement, isn't it? But still, the requirement is there, right? So that is why we have segregated in different hierarchy. Like at top level, Tata Group is there. So at this level, let's suppose if somebody want to see the report, under that we are having Tata Motor, Tata Steel, right? Then further we are going to do like configurations for Tata Motor right now. So within Tata Motor we are having manufacturing, what do you say, business area, service business area, right? Again, under manufacturing also you can segregate, plant wise also we can segregate, right? So plant means, we'll see later, there'll be like after multiple classes, there'll be a topic called FI MM integrations. There we are going to see about the plant and all, what is the logic behind this, that we'll see later. So now what is happening, guys, these things we are going to set up into SAP. These things we have to set up, we have to create into SAP. Why it is supposed to be created, guys? As I told you, that now in SAP, if you have to record any transaction, let's suppose one expense has taken place, right? Let's suppose uh, any expenditure has taken place, whether it is fuel expense or is rent related expenditures, right? Or any other expenditures. Tata Motor is having like corporate building, uh, they have taken on rent, right? Or a particular, like let's suppose they're having, say for example, a service center is there, that is on rent, right? So it's a particular expenses, right? Now, so this is going to be that transaction must be posted. So when the transaction is going to be posted, first of all, this transactions, of course, it is this transactions belongs to which subsidiary? Tata Motor, Tata Steel, Tata Chemical, right? So you must have to select which subsidiary. So like let's suppose Tata Motor. Under Tata Motor again, it belongs to which business area? Manufacturing unit or service unit? So it belongs to service unit, right? So the thing is, first of all, these things must be set up into SAP. Then only the people will be having option to select, right? Okay. So what is happening? These things we are going to configure into SAP. These things we have to create into SAP. Now, if you talk about this hierarchy, right? Enterprise structure related hierarchy, right? So who is going to decide this hierarchy, right? So generally, a provisional discussions already happened initially. If you guys are able to remember, right? I told you that whenever a final, what to say, agreement is going to sign up with the client, right? When a final agreement is going to be signed up with the client, at that point of time, delivery manager and along with delivery manager, a center of excellence team is going to visit the client location. So most likely at that point of time itself, these things are going to be decided, right? That these are the enterprise structure. Okay. Later on, what is happening, guys? Later on, there might be a chances certain changes here, right? But yes, senior consultant is going to discuss with the client, and then it is going to be decided that yes, these are the enterprise structure, which is an enterprise structure for every module. Certain enterprise structure will be there for MM also. It will be there for SD also. It will be there, right? So it depends upon the reportings. What is happening, guys? It is going to be defined right now. I can understand that some confusions will be there for maybe everybody, but I'll tell you guys, let me proceed further in the sense like slowly you guys will be able to understand the logic behind, because you will come to know the use of these all things, right? Because later multiple topics are going to be added one by one, right? And then the clarity will be more and more the moment we proceed, like once we proceed further, right, then the clarity will be more and more. So right now what is happening, guys, if you have to select like Tata Motor or Tata Steel, so first of all this must have to set up into SAP. If you have to select whether this transactions belongs to manufacturing business area or service business area, so that options, so user have to select these things. So first of all, if you set up this, then only user will be having options to select this, right? So these things we are going to configure into SAP. Okay. And the configuration always starts from enterprise structure. This is the first, like the configurations always start from here itself. Okay, for every module. Now, so link SAP first. Okay, so you have to log into SAP. Not now, in the sense right now you have to see whatever I'm doing here. Right, once this session is finished, when you guys are going to do your practice and all, at that point of time, you have to log in. Now, I'll tell you guys, give your user ID and password here. And whenever you guys are going to set up your password, better to keep a simple password, right? Sometimes people give complex passwords, so that is like is bit when you forgotten the password and all, right? So in that case, if you give a wrong password, your ID is going to be locked. So once again, password need to be reset from our side, then you guys will be able to log in again, isn't it? So keep a simple password so that it will be easy to remember, and better to keep password in numeric digits only. That is the, because sometimes if you are giving characters and all, so small letter, capital letter, so in that case there may be a chances of giving this wrong password and all. If the caps lock is on by mistake, then it happens. Anyway, so now look at here, this is the home screen, main screen. Okay, now here we are having, at this part we are having SAP menu, right? So this is for whom? This is for users. Who is the user, guys? User means the employee of Tata Motor is called users, right? Let's suppose why they are users. So they are the actual users, because what for? These all configurations are going to be done. So we are going to configure this SAP. We are going to set up this SAP for Tata Motor only, for their employee. Once the configuration is done, then it is going to be handed over to Tata Motor, right? So they are the ultimate user, in the sense ultimately they are going to use this SAP to record their day-to-day transactions, to post their day-to-day transactions, right? So regular basis, who is going to use this SAP, guys? Of course, the employee of Tata Motor, right? So that is why on the very front screen, in the sense like on home screen, look at here, SAP menu means here the employee of Tata Motors, like they have to post the transactions and all. They have to do multiple activities. What activities, that you guys will see in upcoming session, don't worry, right? So this SAP menu is for users, in the sense employee of Tata Motors, somebody is, let's suppose from finance department, they have to post the transactions. Look at here, like accounting, then financial accounting, general ledger, right, document entry, and here they can they can enter the transactions and all. In the sense, if somebody is going to double click, then what is happening here? What is happening? Like this screen is going to appear. They'll enter the details and they will post the transactions. Okay, what is this? We'll see in detail, because for us we have to do multiple configurations, right? Now let's suppose somebody is going to post a transactions related to rent. So the question is, this belongs to which subsidiary? Subsidiary equals to company code. Tata Motor is company code. Tata Steel is a company code. Tata Chemical is a company code, right? So first of all, they have to decide which company code. So here you'll be having options, right? People can give a company code here, whether it is Tata Motor or Tata Steel. So first of all, if you set up this, if you create the company code, then only the user will be having options to give the company code here. So who is going to create? You guys are going to set up this. You means, I mean to say you guys, in the sense consultant. First of all, we have to configure this system, and then we are going to hand over to the employee so that they will be able to post the transactions. Now just cancel, and here you click here cancel button, make it yes, exit. So you guys are going to be, and then back button, sorry, you guys are going to be, come here, yes. Now so you guys are going to be very much familiar of these all, whatever this look at here, the shortcut buttons are there, right? So you guys are going to be very much familiar of these things, because multiple time we are going to use, right? Now so this is the menu. Okay, now this small box is there, right? So you can say, like here we are going to give certain command. You can give a, you can say command box in the sense, like here whatever like commands, in the sense this is in SAP language, it is called transaction code. Transaction code. What is the use of transaction code, guys? It's a kind of shortcut key. Shortcut key means, let's suppose here I said, first of all, if you have to post a transaction, say for example GL related transactions. So what is happening, guys? Look at here. This is called path. This is called path. Path means, first of all you have to expand this accounting, then financial accounting, then general ledger, then document entry, and then here you are going to double click on this one. Then we have entered, then we went inside of one screen, right? Instead of, so first of all this one, then this one, then this one, and then this one, and then we came here, right? So this is called path. In the sense, path means one by one we are going to see. Two things are there. Now I'll just do one thing. I'll remove these things. Okay. Now, so generally what happened, let's suppose there is a destination. Okay. Now, so you have to reach here. Okay. Journey is going to be started from here. So what is happening, guys? So this is called path. In the sense, if you're going to start up your journey from A and we have to reach here E, right? So two ways are there, guys, right? One is called by via roadways, right? Now, so in this way we are going to reach here. Okay, so in this way here, A, then B, then C, then D, and then finally we are going to reach here E. This is via roadway, right? And then you'll be having via flight also, directly, right? From here to here, right? So this is called path, and this is via transaction code. T code is nothing but transaction code. So path means from A to B, then C, then D, then E. It is taking time. And T code means directly via flight mode, you just came from here to here. So time saving is there, right? So this is your path. First of all here, then here, then here, then here, and then here. Or else you can use transaction code. What is the transaction code, guys? So that you'll be able to remember multiple transaction codes that are there, that I'll let you know, don't worry. And it will be there in the, like, I'll share configuration document also. In that also, for every configurations you'll be having transaction code. Like, let's suppose this transaction posting. So you can use FB50 transaction code. This is end user transaction code. Look at here. If you have given the transaction code directly, we came on a particular screen, right? And from here, if you have to go to home screen, then /n. This is a shortcut key. We came on home screen, right? Okay. So now in the same way, so if you have to do the configurations, first of all, what we are going to configure, you have to create company, then we have to create company code, then we have to create business area. Okay, one by one, we are going to create these things in SAP. How to create this, guys? So first of all, if you have to go through path, then first of all, you enter SPRO. This is a command, a transaction code you have to enter. For configurations, the consultant, first of all, they have to enter. If you have to do the configurations, and that too through path, so you enter this SPRO command here, and then click on reference IMG. Okay, I'll tell you guys, you guys are going to be very much familiar of these all things. This is the beginning. We are starting from ABC. Later, what is happening, you guys are going to be habituated of these all things. Okay, multiple time we have to use. So at that point of time, what is happening, after few sessions, you guys are going to be habituated of these all transaction code or commands and all, right? Okay, now, so now here, okay, so display IMG, it is called implementation guide. It means if you talk about our configurations, multiple things we are going to configure, right? So entire configurations related steps are in this screen only. Okay, for consultant, our configurations related, all the things are there under this screen only. Okay, look at here, financial accounting. This is for finance consultant. Then controlling is there. Likewise, multiple modules are there here, right? These all are modules only, logistic and all. Sales and distribution is there, material management is there, right? So right now, what we have to do, first of all, enterprise structure, right? So enterprise structure, here we are having enterprise structure here. Okay, first of all, you have to expand this enterprise structure, expand this one. Then definitions, in the sense we have to define. So you define this. Then we are having financial accounting, first of all. So finance module means you expand this one, and then define company. Tata Group is a company, right? And then Tata Motor, Tata Steel is called company code, right? So you have to define a company. So look at here again. So this is called path. First of all, we have used SPRO. Then I have clicked on the reference IMG, and then enterprise structure. Then we have expanded this definition, under that financial accounting, and then define company. You can click here. So look at here, now we are going to define the company. So this is path, right? And transaction code means, come back from here, just come back first. Okay, and you can open another screen also. Look at here, here you will be having options, create a new session. So open a new screen, and so whatever, like define a company. Okay, so we have used path. Now if you have to use transaction code, then which transaction code is going to be used, guys, for defining a company? OX15 is the transaction code, and then press enter. Look at here, within a second we came on the same screen, right? Now the question is, which one is the better options for the configurations? Are we going to use path or transaction code? We are going to use both, in the sense for certain configurations we'll use transaction code for certain configurations. We are going to use path. And I'll tell you guys, don't focus on these things. No need to remember this path and transaction code and all, because this is not going to make you a good consultant. We have to understand the logic behind the configurations and all, isn't it? During interview, people will not ask the path or transaction codes. Okay, people will not ask the path or transaction code, like what is the transaction code for defining a company, or what is the transaction code to define other like configurations and all, right? So don't focus on this one. Anyone can be used, right? Mostly I use transaction code because it is going to save our time, right? When I share the configuration document, in that you'll be having both options. Path also will be there, transaction code also will be there. You can follow either one, whichever is going to save your time. I mostly use transaction code and all. I prefer to use transaction code because directly we are going to enter in the screen, right? Okay. Now, so look at here by transaction code. Now you click on new entry here, and then we have to define a company. Company means group company. So group company, what is the name here? So first of all, you have to give a code here, right? I'll tell you what is the logic behind that. First of all, you type the name Tata Group. Okay. If like, let's suppose if the name is, if there is a big name, right? Then even you can enter, like, let's suppose the name is 60 characters, 70 characters and all. So you can give here in name to field also remaining. First half you can give here and second half you can give here, like that also. So Tata Group I have entered, right? Okay. Then the addresses, right? Somewhere, let's suppose there will be a particular office. So that is going to be specified here. Let's suppose okay. Now you can specify the city and currency. Okay, so I'll tell you guys, this is like country, this is city, right? Country code, language key, and currency. This is a default code is given by SAP. Country means IN, right? For India. If any other country is there, you can give that country. Like let's suppose UK, US, right? So what is the country code? You can check here. Look at here. This is called, when you keep your cursor here, right? Look at here in this like right side here, small. This is called a pop-up box is there, right? So if you click here, then you'll be having option to select your country code. All the country codes are already set up and given by SAP by default, right? Whichever country is there, that you can search here and you can give that code. Okay. Likewise, language, of course, English and few other languages are also going to be supported by SAP, but mostly English is going to be used everywhere, right? Currency, whatever the currency code is there, that is also going to be given, right? Here also you'll be having option to select the appropriate currency, right? Okay. Now, as I said, so you have to give a code here. There is a logic behind the code, I'll tell you. So right now I'm going to give a code here, T3CRP, let's suppose 2, okay, and let me press enter. Sometime what happened, if this code is already used by somebody, then system will throw error that you cannot use this code. Press enter. No, there is no problem. It is not being used by anybody. If I give here only TTCRP and press enter, look at here, an entry already exists with the same key. It means this code is already created by someone, somebody is using this code, so code must be unique. So I have given, let me give 1. This is also being used by someone, so I have given 2, okay, and press enter. Okay. So now this is fine. This is accepted. Okay. Initially, when you guys are going to do the configurations, keep a small notebook and type and write here what is your group company code here. So this is the group company code. Okay. You can note down in your notebook to remember it and then save it. When you click on save button or else control S, look at here, control S is the shortcut. So when you save it, one small box is going to appear, right? This is called transport request. When you guys are going to save it first time, then what is happening? This is going to be blank and here also it is going to be blank. Nothing will be here and nothing will be here. Okay, so don't be confused. First time when we are going to configure anything, then it is going to be blank. This is called transport request. What is this transport request? There will be a separate explanations of that. Okay, there will be a separate explanations of that. Right now, I'm not going to, because transport request means there is a logic behind that, isn't it? So that also will be explained, but not now. What you have to do right now? Simply, you have to create. This field will be blank and this field will be also blank. So you need to create your transport request. How to create? I'll tell you. You need to click on create request. Okay. And then let's suppose this configurations we are going to do for Tata Motor. So you can type Tata Motor itself. Okay. And then press enter button. Then what is happening? Then you'll be finding one request number automatically got generated. Okay. And then you can press enter once again. So it means whatever this things we have set up, that was saved on a transport request. Okay. What is the use of that? As I said, this will be explained later. Don't worry about these things. Okay. Right now, because in a single session, it is not possible to explain each and everything. Right. Okay. And that's what I'm saying, that multiple questions will be there. And once we proceed further, one by one, the multiple like clarities are going to be added, and then you guys will be having like, you guys will be more comfortable. This is the first practical session, you can say, right? Okay. So what we have done, we have created this company. Okay. We have created a company. What next, guys? The next one is we have to create a company code, that is Tata Motor. So how to create a company code? Once again, either you can go through path, right? Then here we are having this one, edit, copy, check company code, or else you can go through transaction code. Better to use transaction code, guys. There is no any problem at all, right? It is going to save your time, because we have to, if you have to become a consultant, we need to know the logic, not about the path or transaction codes and all. Anyway, it will be there in the configuration document, right? So which company code, we have to create a company code, that is Tata Motor. So now which transaction code we are going to use for company? If you have to define a company, we have used OX15. Now in order to create a company code, here I'll write, okay, you also, you guys can write it like later in your notebook. Okay, so first of all, define company. What is the T code? OX15, right? So that we have done. The next one is define or create company code, right? OX02. Now here, okay. So in this screen, OX02. So if you give OX02 here, OX02, no matter small or capital, whatever it is, OX02, right? And if you press enter, look at here, we have not moved anywhere. We are in the same screen, right? So if you have to jump from one screen to other screen, Now already you are inside of one screen, and if you have to jump from one screen to other screen, then what is happening, guys? There'll be a different transaction code, same transaction code, but followed by /n, and then you have to give OX02. Why? Because I'll tell you. Now you come on the home screen, so either you can click on back button to come on the home screen, right? Or is, as I said, like /n also you can use. We came on the home screen, and then from here if you give OX02, then we went on a different screen, right? Look at here, it is saying data is logged by a particular user. Whenever you get this kind of issues, data is logged by a particular user, what to do, I'll tell you. Okay, what to do, I'll tell you right now. Let me click on no. So you have to go, when data is logged by someone, then you can click on, you can use transaction code SM12 to unlock the data. Initially it happens. Okay, initially let's suppose multiple people are going to create the company code. So when you see like data is logged by someone, then you use transaction code. Which one? You have to use SM12 transaction code, SM12, and then remove your user ID and then press enter. Okay, and then you can, that user is not there, that user ID is not there. So now I think he might be exit. Okay, now, so once again, you have to give OX02. Yeah, look at here, now we came in that. So from home screen, what is happening, guys? Once again, you have to either click on back button or /n, and then what is happening? OX15, it means define company, right? So again, either first of all, you have to go to home screen and then you have to use a transaction code. So instead of that, you can do one thing, /n and followed by transaction code OX02. Okay, then you can jump directly from one screen to other screen. No need to go on home screen. Directly from one screen to other screen you can jump. What you have to do, /n followed by transaction code. Press enter here. Look at here, directly we came on the company code screen, right? Okay, and then click on new entry. Okay, so here again we have to give a code. First of all, like Tata Motor. So Tata Motor, right? Here also, let's suppose we are going to give the city name, country code, right? Currency, and then language. Okay, now a code must be given. 4 digit is the that maximum code length is 4 digit here. Let's suppose TM22 I'm going to give. Press enter. Yes, TM22 I have given a code. Code could be numeric, alphanumeric, alphabetic, anything. And any code I have given TM22, it doesn't mean that you also are going to give, you guys are also going to give the same code. You have to use a different code, because once a code is given by me, the same code you cannot give, because this is already created, right? Code means what? It must be unique, right? So you have to give a different code. You have to give a different code. Okay. Now, what is the logic behind giving this code, guys? Pretty simple. I'll tell you. So first of all, you save it. If you click on save button, then look at here, another screen is appearing. Here it is saying that you can give all the detail, in the sense like detailed informations about the Tata Motor, the name of the organizations, the complete address, phone number, fax number, email ID, all the details can be given, right? Right now, no need to give the entire details. During actual implementations, of course, we are going to enter the entire details. What you have to do right now, name and certain details already we have given here on the first screen. On this second screen, what you have to do, simply look at here. If you talk about the country code here, right? So you must have to enter a company code, because this is called required setting. Look at here, this field is having one checkbox kind of option is appearing, right? So this is called required setting. Okay, This also, as I said, like you guys are going to be very much familiar for these all things. Why? Because multiple time we are going to do such kind of configurations and all, right? And then you guys are going to be habituated of such kind of things, and then you automatically you will come to know that which one is the required and optional, and what is the logic behind that. These all things. Okay. So here country code is a required. If you press enter, look at here, fill up all the required entry fields. It means you must have to enter a company code simply here. So give a company code and press enter button. And if you press enter, then look at here. Now a transport request is going to appear. Here a transport request is going to appear. Okay, automatically. So now what is happening? You just no need to create a new transport request. This is the previous transport request which we have already created. That is appearing. Okay, that is appearing. So simply press enter button. No need to create a new request. You save this one also on the same transport request. As I said, right now I have not explained anything about the transport request, isn't it? So save this setting also on the same transport request, because you don't have any idea about this one, right? Of course you will be having idea later, but right now you save the settings on the same transport request. Okay. Now, so what we have done, we have created a company. Now we have created a company code also. I said why we are giving a code every time, right? For this one also we have given a code. I'll tell you guys, when when user is going to post a transaction, right? When the user is going to, let's suppose I'll open another screen here again. Multiple screen can be open, guys, here. So now when a user is going to, okay, so look at here. Now how many maximum screen can be open? 3 is already open, guys, right? Look at here, this is the fourth one. Then again click here, there is the fifth one. Click here, there is the sixth one. And if you click, look at here, the maximum number of session is reached. It means maximum 6 screen can be open here, right? Okay. Now, so these many screens are not required. I'll close it. Okay, because multiple screen I have opened. Let me close. So 3 screens are there. Even this one also I can close. Now, so here we have defined the company. Now, let's suppose if you have to post a transaction, I said like FB50 transaction code we are going to use. Later we are going to use. So when you post a transaction, right? The question is, this transaction is for which subsidiary? Tata Motor, Tata Steel. Tata Motor is a company code. Tata Steel is another company code. Tata Chemical is another company code. So first of all, we have to set up this company code. Let's suppose all the company code we have set up. So when the user is going to post a transaction, right? This transaction belongs to Tata Motor. So first of all, look at here. You'll be having options to give your company code first. So instead of writing the entire name, let's suppose Tata Motor, small name is there. If there is a company which is having like, let's suppose 50 character length, the name of that organization, 50 character, 40 character length, are we going to type all this? No, instead of that, we are going to give a 4-digit code. If I give TM22, it means this is for Tata Motor. Right? Later on for Tata Steel, we can define like, let's suppose TS22, that is for Tata Steel, for Tata Chemical TC22. So how easy it is. Instead of typing the whole name, we are giving a code. So SAP will come to know this is for Tata, this is Tata Motor, this is Tata Steel, this is Tata Chemical. Right? This logic is also going to be very, very simple, guys, and you guys will be able to understand. Don't worry. Right? So that is why here we have given a code, and here we have given the descriptions. So company code, we have defined a company code, right? First of all, we have defined a company, then we have defined a company code, right? Now, what next, guys? So the next one is assignment. What is this assignment? Third one. Just okay. Assign company with company code. Okay. This is called like OX16 is the transaction code. Why we have to assign company with company code? I'll tell you. Now this our company in the sense group organization is Tata Group, right? TTZRP2 is the code for company. So under this Tata Group, like we are having multiple company code, Tata Motor, Tata Steel, right? Tata Chemical, isn't it? Tata Motor, Tata Steel, Tata Chemical, right? Okay. I'll tell you guys, whatever configurations we are doing, this is a matter of just 5 minutes. Not 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes also we can complete, right? But the lecture is going to be 1 hour. Why? It's one time if you are going to watch it, or once or twice if you are going to watch, lots of things you guys will be able to understand. And later what is happening, later like in upcoming session, that as I said, like clarity will be more. So every time no need to watch these videos and all. Even configuration document also will be there. Initially 1 hour video you can watch, second time you can watch, but every time you cannot watch the video 1 hour session and all. Later once you understood the logic, then what is happening guys, it is going to be quite boring to see all these examples, isn't it? So that is why I'll share the configuration document also. By seeing the configuration document, you easily you can complete your entire configuration within 5 minutes, right? No need to watch 1 hour video every time, right? Okay, in video like logic explanations are there, multiple examples I'm quoting. So assign company with company code. Now assign company with company code in the sense like this Tata Group we have defined. Under that we are having Tata Motor, Tata Chemical, Tata Steel, right? So how SAP will come to know Tata Motor, TM22 code I have given. Let's suppose later on Tata Steel, TS22. This is the code we are going to use for Tata Chemical. Let's suppose TC22. How SAP will come to know this company code is like this. This Tata Motor comes under this Tata Group. Tata Steel comes under this one. Tata Chemical comes under this one. So first of all, we have defined this one, Tata company. Then we have defined company code in the sense we have created this one, a group company. Then we have created a company code also. Then we have to link also. You have to link this. You have to link this company code with company. Later on, Tata Steel is going to be created. That also you need to link with this company. Tata Chemical also you need to link with company. So linking, this is called assignment. We have to assign the company with company code. I'll tell you guys now whatever configurations we are going to do, right? This enterprise structure, when I started my training, enterprise structure and entire basic setting was completed in a single session. That is why my understanding was zero, because simply like my faculty says like, okay, you just define company, you define company code, assign company with company code, right? I was unable to understand what we are doing, why we are doing, right? Of course, some of you are still, even after this much explanations, still some confusion will be there. But your confusions are going to be like, it is going to be solved, and you guys will be having lots of clarity, because as I said, like multiple sessions will be there on this topic itself, isn't it? So that is how it is going to be solved. Like for me, I was not able to understand what exactly we are doing and why we are doing these all things, right? Okay. Now, so third setting is assign company with company code. You just do one thing. So here OX16. So always as I said, like we are in one screen. If you have to jump from one screen to other screen, /n and then use transaction code OX16. Okay. Then we have entered. Look at here. Now in a different screen. So assign company code to the company. So you click on, first of all, what is your company code and what is the company, right? So multiple company codes are already there, so you have to search here. You can scroll down to search, or else you click on position button here. And what is our company code? So that is TM22. Press enter. Look at here, this is my company code. So this is going to be linked with the company. This TM22 comes under which company? So TTZRP2. This is the code I have given. That is what I said, guys, initially, that you have to note it down. Somewhere on a notebook, you can note it down, whatever your company have created that. Because sometimes what happened, you've forgotten the code itself. Then what to do, how to remember, isn't it? So again, you'll be having options here. Look at here. Here there'll be a this box, small pop-up box is there. That is called drop down. Okay. So here the list of all the companies, whatever the companies got created, the list of all the companies are there, right? So you have to search one by one, or else again you can click on find button, and then you can give like Tata Group, right? And with this, but multiple Tata groups are already created. Look at here, multiple Tata groups. Again, you need to click on find again. So this is also Tata group. Click on find again, right? So multiple, in the sense like right now, multiple companies are created by people, isn't it? So, and that too, it is 500 hits, right? If you remove and then press enter, then 612, right? So now find button, Tata group is there. Okay, then click on find next. Again find next. This is also not mine because the code is not mine. Again find next. This is also not mine, right? Look at here, multiple people have already created. These all are not mine. This is also not mine. So this is how you can search. Now this is mine. This is mine, right? So we use a unique name. I have given Tata Group. You can use a different group also, or it's the same also. There is no problem. The codes must be different. Whatever code I have used, the same code is not accepted by SAP. So here, company code, and then I have given this company here, and then you save it, Control S. Okay. So press enter simply. No need to create another transport request. Just press enter button. So what we have done, we have defined the company, we have defined the company code, we have assigned company with company code, in the sense this one we have linked with this one, or vice versa, this one we have linked with this one, whatever you can say. Now what is the fourth option, guys? The fourth option is define a business area. Define, or you can say create, right? This time I'm going to write here create business area also. OX03 I think is the transaction code for this one. Okay, because within Tata Motor we are having two different business area. Manufacturing unit is there and service unit is there, right? Now, so that is also supposed to be created. This is how, like, while posting the transactions, what is happening, guys? First of all, you will be able to choose your company code, and within company code again you can give a business area also. You can select whether it is for manufacturing or service, right? So how you are going to select? First of all, you have to create, then only you will be having options to select it, right? Okay, so create it again on this screen. Use OX03 transaction code. So /n first of all, right? And then OX03. Whether you use capital letter or small letter, the caps or a small, that doesn't matter. Press enter. Okay. And then here new entries, right? So I'll just do one thing. Just give me a second. Okay. What I'll do once again. Okay. And if you click here, here. So last 15 transaction code, whichever we have used, is going to appear here in this drop down. Let's suppose I have to use OX03 or OX16. So you can, instead of typing, you can click on drop down, and here look at here, I have used this, right? So again, I have to go to business area. Again, this is the transaction code for business area. This I have already used. So last 15 transaction code list will be already there. So simply I can select business area and then I can use it, right? I'm able to remember certain transaction code. It doesn't mean that I'm able to remember all the transaction code, guys. Whatever the transaction code which is going to be used frequently, those transaction code only I'm able to remember, right? In SAP, multiple transaction codes are there. It is impossible to remember and remind and mug up all the transaction code, and no need to go for that, right? No need. It's not required to mug up all the transaction codes. Mostly whenever, like, let's suppose if I have to do any configurations, and let's suppose transaction code I'm not able to remember, either I'm going to refer the configuration documents, or else we can search on Google itself. Everything is available, right? So if you're going to search the transaction code, let's suppose if you're not able to remember, it doesn't mean that you're not a good consultant. No, not at all, right? Because I'll tell you, like, let's suppose if you have to call somebody, you have to call on his mobile number, right? So is it possible to remember all the mobile numbers and all? No. So that is why we are having contact list and all. We are going to save it, isn't it? So likewise, this transaction code and all, we are not no need to remember all this. But whichever frequently used transaction codes are there, guys, automatically it will be there in your mind. And initially, what happened? Initially, what I said, you have to prepare. You can make a list like this, and you can keep in a notebook itself, so that easily you can search. It won't take much time. And once you started your practice, once you are going to do twice and thrice and four times, then automatically it will be there at the tip of your tongue. Okay. Now, so business area, click on inventory, and then business area, one is for manufacturing, another one is service. So first of all, 4-digit code. Here also 4-digit code, TMAN, that is for manufacturing, and let's suppose TSRV. This code I have given. You can give a different code also. Okay. Look at here, system will not allow more than 4-digit. I'm going to type another letter. One sound is appearing, right? Here also another letter if you want to add. Minimum 1-digit and maximum 4-digit. There is the length of the code here. Okay. So minimum 1-digit, maximum 4-digit code you can give. And here descriptions, let's suppose. Okay. Manufacturing, let's suppose business area. I'm just typing in shortcut, service, business area. Okay. Just press enter button and save it, Control S. So again, a transport request, right? Just press enter, save this on the same transport request. So we have created a business area. Now again, there will be a thing in your mind that do we need to link this business area with the company code, right? No need to link this business area with the company code. There is a different logic behind that. It is a client level setting. So now again, the question is, what is this client level setting, right? So as I said, like, everything is not possible to explain in a single session. That is also going to be explained, guys. There will be a very unique explanation of this one, but later. Why? Because if I'm going to explain something, I must be having certain example also to quote, right? So later what is happening, since multiple configurations we can do, then if I'm going to explain, then I'll be having multiple examples to quote. So till that time, what is this client level setting, or what is called client? Of course, you guys will be having confusion. So as I said, like, in upcoming session, everything are going to be clarified, but it is going to take some time, isn't it? That is why. So now what we have done, we have created our business area also, right? This one we have done. So these 4 settings you have to do. That's it. Apart from this, what is happening here? If you see, like, plant, plant we are not going to define right now. We are not going to create right now, right? It is going to be created later. It is going to be created later in the sense there will be another topic also, FI MM integrations. There we are going to set up. Okay, so you can leave it as it is. These many settings you have to do now. So what? Only 4 steps. How much time it has taken? Again, 1 hour it has taken, right? So it's like you can watch this video once and twice, and later on what is happening? So whenever you have to define a company code, then assignment and creation of business area, 4 steps, you'll be having a configuration document. You can check in the, I'll create another folder and I'll give a name of that folder, configuration document. And in configuration document, you can see that all the what do you say, the way I have created a company code and all, it is like how it is going to be set up in that document. Also it will be there with a screenshot. Okay, so every time, no need to watch this video again and again, 1 hour session, 1.5 hour session, right, or 50-minute session, no need to watch. Then you can see the document, you can do the configurations.